surroundings or my home practice space. Today I'd invite you guys to wear socks. For today's practice, we're going to be focusing on energy. Prana is the energy in which we take in, as well as the energy in which we emanate out. And a lot of times we find ourselves slinging prana everywhere, and without any really thought as to how much energy we're exerting into what things that we are exerting them to. So this is going to be a practice of kind of hugging things in, and with the use of socks and a smooth surface, we'll be able to experience some things that you may not have experienced before, discover muscles that you may not have even known you had had. So again, I invite you to wear socks and a nice smooth surface, at least for the Surya Namaskar A portion of the class. We'll just start in a nice comfortable seated posture. You could also opt to start on your back. Other additional props you might need would be a blanket, pillow, and possibly a block. And just come and settle into a moment of stillness. The prana that we take in through our inhales, and the prana that we exhale out. And just drawing your attention to the seat of your heart. Known to be the place that our divine nature is housed. And often can become clouded. Noting those things that we might feed to that area, or even other areas of the body. And drawing our attention away from our true, authentic selves. Today's chant focuses on honoring of Shiva, the Hindu deity known for his ability in destruction as well as in creation. He's the epitome of duality itself. The dualities that we experience throughout our lifetime, in our daily lives, even from moment to moment. In light of a lot of recent events, we find ourselves pausing, maybe finding a little extra time on our hands. Maybe the chitta vritti is very heavy and strong. Then notice when you draw everything back to yourself, back to the root of your heart. Begin to start discarding those preconceptions and preconditions, giving us an opportunity for change, to dissolve, and maybe even to create something new. As with all of my practices, I'll begin with a chant. Feel free to join me if you're on your back. Feel free to just kind of soak in the vibration. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. And bringing your attention back to the root of your heart. And just opening yourself to being curious, inquisitive. Gently start to flutter the eyes open. If you are utilizing the playlist, the link is attached with this YouTube video. Feel free to cue that at this time. And we're just going to begin with some light opening. Again, my practices, I always invite the students to find anything that they need, what their body needs. So if you're on your back, you can feel free to take a sideline twist. And then hugging the knees into your chest. And just for the next few moments, just taking what you need. If you're seated, you can take a twist or even a side bend. You can feel free to follow along with me. I'm just going to open up with what my body is speaking to me, those areas that feel particularly heavy, and just see if we can find some lightness and let something go. It doesn't even have to be yoga at this point, just gently start to wake up the body. If you're like me, we've just been doing a lot of sitting, yeah? And feeling some tension in the shoulders and in the upper back. Oh, and some severe tightness in the low back. So just take any postures that you need. Just making those areas feel a little lighter. On your back, just start to gradually start to make your way up into a seated posture. Closing through the eyes. Stacking the shoulders over the hips. Taking the Bhairava mudra, so the right hand will come on top of the left and just resting them palms facing up. Left hand supporting the right. There's just the opportunity to set aside our ego. An opportunity to set aside even the sensations around us, even to suspend our five senses. We close the eyes. And we draw our attention into our breath. Notice any tension you might have in the temples, around the ears, in the jaw. And just imagine allowing them to melt. Allow gravity to pull them away. Softening through the shoulders, allow the elbows to go heavy. And just notice the length of your breath. Are your inhales longer than your exhales? Or maybe vice versa. Do you notice any pauses in between? We'll just take samavriti, sama meaning same. So take a nice deep inhale through the nostrils. For a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Gradually start to bring yourself onto your hands and knees. Again, feel free to use some padding if you need to. Again, I've invited you to begin your practice on a smooth surface in socks. Doesn't mean our knees need to be punished, yeah? So a towel or a blanket. And just open up with cat-cow and start to sync our breath with our movement. So inhale, we're going to lengthen. Bring our gaze up. Belly's going to tuck or come towards the earth. Tailbone's going to tuck a little bit. And then exhale, we're going to round in. Chin towards the chest. Press into the hands, lift up between the thoracic. Inhale and lengthen. Belly stretches. And then exhale, round in. Inhale, open, drawing that prana in. And then exhale, letting it up. And just continue. And just sink the hips back into child's pose. And then wave back up. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, child's pose. Coming back to that tail, we're just going to kind of imagine a hand crank. Drop the belly and shifting the weight from side to side. Just making giant circles with the torso. Allow the shoulders and the hips to follow in any way that they need. And changing directions. And coming back to that stable table, go ahead and extend the right foot out to the side, toes pointing forward. Exhale, sink the hips back into child's pose. Again, right leg is extended, feeling a nice deep stretch of the inner right thigh. Inhale as you come back up onto that left knee, keeping that right leg extended with the right arm. And just twist. Exhale, thread it under. Right shoulder and right temple to the earth. And intensifying that inner thigh stretch on the right. Opening up to the back of the right shoulder. And then inhale, lift back up. And then exhale, bringing the right knee underneath the right hip. I'm going to extend the left leg. Again, toes point face forward. Exhale, sink the hips back onto the right heel. Inhale, back up. Left leg extended, left arm reaches. And then exhale, thread it under. This time left shoulder, left temple to the earth. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, coming back to that table. Go ahead and curl the toes under and lift your hips back for downward facing dog. Again, being in socks, might need to shorten your stance a little bit. You can start to moonwalk the feet out. And pressing into the hands, engaging the shoulders. And then controlling through the abs as you pedal and moonwalk the feet out. Then go ahead and slide the toes back until you're in high plank. So the hips are in line with the shoulders, pressing through the heels. Start to engage your Ujjayi Pranayama. And then slowly start to slide the feet between your hands, forward fold. Go ahead and take a bend in the knees. Inhale as you lift your gaze, lengthen through the spine. You plant the hands, slide the feet back to your in high plank. Pausing here, drawing the navel towards your spine. And on the exhale, slide the feet back, forward fold. And firing up the core. And then inhale, root to rise. Sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Drop them down by the sides. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands. Slide your feet back to high plank. And then finishing the exhale, lower halfway down or all the way to the mat. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And sliding the feet. Three to five breaths here. And slide the feet back to that high plank. Pause here for a breath. And then exhale, slide the feet between your hands, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center and drop down by the sides, palms face forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slide back to high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, lift your gaze, slide back to that high plank, and then exhale, forward fold as you slide the feet back forward. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Taking about 2 to 3 more rounds, depending on your breath. Give lots of control. And this whole idea of hugging in. And also feel free to add anything else that you might need. Maybe a side bend or even a back bend. Just taking one more round. You're not finishing up the one you're on. At this point, you can go ahead and pull out your mat. Feel free to pause if you need to. You can remove your socks. Just a slightly different experience, yeah? So we're just starting downward facing dog. Compressing through the heels, and this downward facing dog feels a little different. And keeping in mind that engagement of the core. And we'll just start with that right leg and extend it straight back behind us. Feel free to open it up if it's in your practice. And then bring it forward in between your hands, pivoting the ground heel. Then come up into your warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. The palms can be facing the earth, or you can rotate them up. Fingers nice and spread, gaze towards the right thumb. So nice deep bend in that right knee as you sink the hips down. Nice, strong, powerful legs. Exhale as you clasp the hands behind your back. Tuck the chin, and then inhale as you lean back. Open up through the chest. Press the palms together. And then exhale. Go ahead and float the right shoulder down on the inside of the right knee. Crown of the head towards the earth. Releasing the hands. Big circle with the left arm. Right arm's going to follow reverse warrior. Exhale. Hands come down. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Take your chaturanga danda. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we'll just start with those three postures. Inhale, extend that left leg. Again, opening it up if it's in your practice. And then exhale, draw that left foot forward in between your hands. Pivot to ground the back heel. Lift the fingertips up off the mat and inhale, lift up, and then open up the body to the side wall. Again, palms can be down or palms can be up. Gaze towards your left thumb. Sink the hips down nice and low. And nice, strong, powerful stance. Exhale as you clasp the hands behind your back. See if you can bring the palms together. And then exhale. Left shoulder floats down.
Crown of the head towards the earth as we bow in for humble warrior. Nice strong legs.
Exhale, the hands release. Inhale, big circle with the right arm this time. Left arm is gonna follow for that reverse warrior. So nice deep stretch to that left side waist. Then exhale, hands come down. Take that left foot back and take your vinyasa. Or you can go straight to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Exhale, bring it through. Pivot to ground. Inhale up, warrior two. Exhale to clasp, tucking the chin. Inhale to open. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse. Keeping the legs exactly where they're at. And then exhale, vinyasa. Inhale to open. Exhale back. Left leg will lift. Left foot forward. Pivot to ground. Inhale out for that warrior two. Exhale. Clasp. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale right into your vinyasa or step back to downward facing dog. So an opportunity to flow, taking that a few rounds on both sides. And syncing your movement with your breath. Prana, that energy we bring in, that energy we let out. Finishing up on the left side, maybe even letting it go. Just meeting in downward facing dog. Start to lengthen your breath back out. And then inhale, extend that right leg. You know where we're going. Right foot forward. And just come up into that warrior two. And nice strong warrior arms.
Exhale as you clasp the hands behind your back, tuck the chin.
Inhale as you lean back, open up through the heart. Then exhale as you bow in. Inhale for that reverse warrior. And then exhale right into your side angle. So start off with the right hand or right forearm onto the right thigh. And then inhale, sweep that left arm up over your left ear. Gaze towards the left thumb. Exhale as you bring the left hand down. Shift the weight onto the left side. Vashisthasana, side plank. So finding any variation, maybe even supported with the toes down. And stacking the right shoulder over the left, right hip over the left. And then exhale, take your vinyasa. Or step back to downward facing dog. An opportunity every downward facing dog to kind of lengthen the breath back out. Inhale, left leg will lift. And then left foot comes through center. Pivot to ground the back heel. Root down into the feet. Lift up, warrior two. Virabhadrasana B. Exhale as you clasp the hands, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift up, lean back. Exhale, bow down. Inhale to release the hands, big circle with the arms, opening up through those shoulders. And then lean back for that reverse warrior, stretching to that left sideways. And then exhale right into your side angle. Again, just start here, forearm onto the left thigh. Sweep the right fingertips up over the right ear. And then bring your gaze to your right thumb. On the exhale, plant the right hand, shift all the way to the right side. And take your Vashisthasana side plank. Again, any variation, gaze to the left thumb. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull through. And Virabhadrasana B. Exhale to clasp, humble warrior prep. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reverse warrior. And then exhale, side angle. Maybe the fingertips will come to the earth, inside or outside of that right foot. And then sweep the left fingertips up over. And just taking the variation in which you can breathe through. Exhale as the left hand comes down, shift all the way to the left side, and finding your side plank. Supported, modified, any variation. And then exhale, take your vinyasa. Just adding two more postures there. Inhale, lengthen. Left side. Exhale, pull it through. Then root to ground before you come up. Inhale, lift up. Warrior two. Humble warrior prep. Exhale, inhale, lean back. And then fold in on your exhale. Inhale, circle those arms. Reverse warrior. Exhale right into your side angle. You can draw that left hip in line with the left knee. And just hugging everything in. Right hand grounds, pivot all the way to the right side. And find your side plank. Again, taking your vinyasa, or feel free to take downward facing dog. Just taking this for a couple of rounds on both sides. Syncing your breath with your movement.
Each time coming through, even taking an opportunity to pause. Finishing up on the left side. Just meeting in downward facing dog. Lengthening the breath back out. Inhale, extend the right leg. And draw through, pivoting to ground first before we lift up. Exhale, clasping the hands behind the back. Inhale to open. Exhale to fold in. Inhale, root to rise into that reverse warrior. And then exhale right into that side angle. Planting the left hand, coming into your version of side plank. Inhale as you open and lean back. And then plant the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. Come down onto your seat. So the right foot's going to come on the outside line with the right hip. Reach the right fingertips forward and wrap the right arm around the right leg. And you can stay here and lean forward. Maybe the left hand will reach back to meet. Heart flexion to the left foot, gazing towards your left toes. And staying here for 5 breaths. Virichyasana A. Releasing the bind, playing the left hand behind your left hip. Inhale back into a supported side plank and draw that right shin to the top of your mat for pigeon. Go ahead and sink the hips down. And then lengthen and fold in. Nice deep stretch in the external hip. Inhale as you lift your gaze, walk the hands in, curl the left toes under, lift the right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel free to take a vinyasa if you would like. Again, lengthening the breath out every opportunity that we get. Drawing everything back to our center, back to the root of our hearts. Inhale, left leg will lift. Exhale, left foot comes forward, pivot to ground the back heel. Inhale to lift up, warrior 2. Exhale as you clasp the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale right into your side angle. And take your Vashisthasana, so the right hand comes down. Come on up to that side plank. Left toes will drop back behind the right thigh. Lower down onto the hips. Left arm extends forward and wraps around the left leg. Maybe the right leg, right hand meets. And then folding over the extended leg. Again, the left heel right in line with the left hip. Hard flexion to the right foot, gazing towards the toes. 5 breaths here. Right hand plants behind that right hip. Inhale, lift up, lean back. And then draw that left hand down and the left shin forward for pigeon. Things are going to be a little different on this side. And just kind of fold in. And then inhale, lift your gaze, walk the hands in, curl the back toes under, and lift that left leg back. Again, feel free to take downward facing dog, or you can opt to take a vinyasa to rinse it all out. Kind of reset. Just taking this for a few rounds on both sides. Again, warrior 2. Settling in, maybe the hips are getting a little warmer, a little wider. Exhale. Inhale, open. And then exhale to fold in. Inhale, lift up, root to rest. And then exhale, right into your side angle. Left hand plants, inhale, side plank. Lower the right toes and the hips. Reach forward, right arm. Wraps around, right knee. Inhale, lift up. Open it back up and stretch. And then bring the right shin, top of your mat for that pigeon. Again, 5 breaths here. Walking the hands back in. Curl the back toes under, lift those hips back. Again, optional vinyasa, go straight into your left side. And syncing your movement with your breath. And then when you're ready, you just come into standing forward fold. Softening through the eyes. Rocking on the feet, forwards and back, side to side. Maybe even closing the eyes. Notice how the body responds, because your body is your truth teller. Start to lengthen your breath back out. Nice full inhale in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take a variation of tree pose. There's different variations to this. So you can start with your toes grounded, knee draws out to the side. So go ahead and come up on the ball of the right foot, draw that right knee out towards the side. So the heel can rest just above the left ankle. So we call this a sapling. And if this is comfortable for you, you could also move it up. So the arch of the foot hugs into the calf muscle of the left leg. Again, drawing that, this is a hip opener, so drawing that right knee out towards the side wall. If you need a little more challenge, again, that left side body is really hugging in. You can always bring that left or right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Lengthen your breath. And start to extend the arms down by the sides. We can start to bring them up along with the gaze, up overhead. A variation of this would be to bring that right peace fingers around the right big toe, and then just extending that right leg to the side, left hand on the hip, and gaze over the left shoulder. So just take the variation that you can ground and root into the left foot. A variation which you can still maintain your breath. Samavriti, same breath. And picking the variation that you can breathe through. Your body is your truth teller. If you can't breathe there, your body's telling you to take a step back. Shifting to the other side. And point and flex the foot, rotate through the ankle. And then shifting the weight to the right foot. Again, starting with sapling. And as soon as we change sides, our mind goes to the land of comparisons. Just see if you can keep the hips nice and level. Just allow the body to do its thing. And if it's comfortable there, you can come up to the calf. Again, this time left knee draws towards that left side wall. Coming up to the thigh. Kind of rooting down in order to find some lightness in the spine. The Sushumna, that energy that travels up. Finding that extended tree, if that is an option for you. And then releasing out of that. Go ahead and make your way to downward facing dog. We're going to cross the right foot in front of the right leg in front of the left. And we're going to come down onto the knees. At this point, if you have a blanket or a pillow, you can sit back onto the blanket, or you can use the blanket to hug it in. And take your hands, tuck them underneath the feet, kind of like door stoppers. You kind of push the feet back. So you should be sitting between your feet. Right knee over left. and just stacking as best as possible. And then taking that pillow or even a blanket and bringing it low into the belly and just allow yourself to fold forward. It's a great pose for releasing through the low back. And just allow your body to grow heavy here. You may find yourself transitioning your breath work. In this case, those waves of sensation might be dictating our breath. Some waves coming in stronger than others. Again, just allow yourself to soften and to melt. Take in energy. And release all effort. Notice those areas that you're still holding on. Notice as you're hugging into the knees, allow the upper body to grow heavy. And just an opportunity to allow those large muscle groups to find stillness and to settle in. Inhale as you gently flutter the eyes open, lift your gaze. And then we're just going to take that feet hip width apart, just kind of windshield wiper the legs out. And hands plant behind you. And then we'll just cross the left over the right. And there's more than one way to get there, yeah? If you like the downward facing dog method, you could do that. You could also do it from table pose, draw that left knee in towards your chest, cross it over the right thigh, and then sink your hips back, right in between the heels. And just notice the citta vritti. Every time we switch sides, our mind goes to the land of comparisons. So just allow whatever is on this side. Again, you could feel free to take a blanket or even a pillow, hug it in deep into the low belly, and then fold forward. You might have to make additional variations or different changes on this side. Any place that you can just kind of find out, relax and settle in. And even here we notice the duality of right and left, light and heavy, soft and hard. But in stillness, we can just accept that duality. And acceptance to the point of maybe it no longer exists. For without one, you can't have the other, yeah? Coexistence, the yin, the yang, interconnectedness. Every exhale, we soften and let something else go. Inhale, so carefully lift up out of the pose, setting your props aside. And planting the hands back behind the hips. Place your feet hip width apart, maybe even a little wider. And just start to drop the knees from side to side. And then slowly start to make your way into your Shavasana. Taking any final postures that you need to prepare. Maybe you need a full body stretch. Maybe even a sideline twist to prepare the low back. And finishing out your practice with whatever it is that you need. And just make your way onto your back. Heels on opposite corners. Did a lot of hip work, so just allow those toes to turn out to the side walls. Allow the arms to rest, the elbows to grow heavy, and the palms to face the sky. And take a nice deep inhale in. Open mouth, exhale, let it all out. Take rest. Take rest.
back to your body. Start with the smaller joints, fingers and toes. Rotate through the wrists and the ankles. Bend in the knees and the elbows. Go and take a full body stretch, lengthening out. Drawing the arms overhead, big toes come to touch. Hollowing out the belly, grounding through the low back. And on the exhale, go ahead and hug the knees in towards your chest. Go sneak in a little massage from side to side. And then gradually make your way onto your right side. Pausing here in that fetal posture. The posture in which life begins for all of us. It's a great reminder. Take a moment for gratitude. When we're more grateful for what we have, it becomes everything we ever needed. And in the end, everything we could have ever wanted. And when you're ready, carefully making your way up to a nice, comfortable seated posture, Sukhasana. Grounding through the hips, shoulders stacked over the hips, crown of the head nice and long. I'm just going to take the Hridaya Mudra. We're just going to interlace the fingers and the thumbs point up. We're going to place the palms of our hands right over our heart, thumbs pointing up towards the collarbones. Allow the elbows to go really heavy here. Soften through the eyes. And just close out the few rounds of Om Namah Shivaya. Feel free to join me if you would like. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Two more. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Turn your hands to heart center. And bringing the thumbs to the third eye, slight gaze up. A reminder to draw ourselves back to our heart center, but also needs to know that we are interconnected. Maybe see this clearly. And drawing the hands down to the heart. Our heart center. Everything starts here. Everything we need is already within.